I'm live. Grateful day. Welcome to the 86th episode of the Faith Forward Fearlessly podcast with your host, Janae Hudson, the uplifter. Woo! All right. I empower professional entrepreneurs who feel disqualified to overcome toxic environments and self-doubt, to take decisive action, lead boldly in identity, and persevere, you guys, all anchored in faith. Before we dive into today's episode, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Faith Forward Fearlessly Podcast by Janae Hudson, right there on YouTube. And you can watch, like, subscribe, and share the episodes, you guys. The link's in the bio, as well as it will be in today's caption. Tongue twister words. All right, time for the shirt. Today's shirt simply says, you decide. So it states you decide, obviously, because you know what? I'm choosing pretty much me once again. And it's simply a reminder that as an entrepreneur or a 9-to-5er, or just simply just throughout life for the most part, along our journeys, it's important that we succeed as individuals, which within environments that we are going to be within, we're going to choose what environment do we want to be in or not, right? And of course, we don't want no toxicity, and we don't want no toxic environments or people, you guys, all right? So in regards to toxicity, my choice was to simply eliminate both toxic things and toxic people from my life altogether. So in doing so, this has really just simply helped me to persevere in faith, you guys. This is a perfect transition into today's topic called From Tension to Trust, turning silent culture shifts into one's strength. Yes. All right. So first, allow me to share some eye-opening statistics. So the first statistic is new research from Visor shows that 46% employees admit to withholding honest feedback at work. Many are afraid of consequences or believing leadership just simply won't listen. So that silence erodes innovation and trust. Second, and globally, is quiet cracking. What does that mean? Where employees continue working, but are mentally and emotionally struggling. It has driven engagement down from 23% to 21%, costing global economy an estimated 438 billion in lost productivity. You guys, that's huge, right? That's a staggering cost of silent breakdowns. Just breakdowns. That's huge. We got to stop that, right? So the third thing is a sobering 2025 iHire study reveals that nearly 75% of employees have worked in a toxic workplace with poor leadership, cited by nearly 79% as the primary cause. Oh my goodness. These numbers actually show that culture isn't just a soft issue. Nope. It's a bottom line business issue. That is not good. So in this episode, we're tackling a powerful question, which is, are toxic workplaces killing business success? That's what we're going to be talking about mainly. So if you've noticed initiative disappearing, ordinary like chatter replacing honest feedback, or even like micromanagement creeping in where like autonomy once thrived, micromanagement, who wants that? I sure do not, right? So if turnover is like climbing with like vague exit feedback, you know how we have these exit feedbacks even within our jobs and things like that, or even in relationships with people, business partners, or whatever that is, you guys, not a good sign. That's one of the red flags, as a matter of fact. Or if you have like a general drop in energy and clarity, you're not alone. So today I'm going to guide you through like recognizing those 5 quiet signs that culture might be breaking your actual team, your business, just along your journeys, whatever that may be. All right. But more importantly, I want to equip you to simply transform to like tension, transform that actual tension into trust-filled growth. All right. That's the bottom line of what I'm trying to get you to just perceive and to take on within this podcast today. All right. So with all that said, let's get started. Here's 5 giftful gems for today's topic. Gift number 1 is titled Silence Isn't Compliance, It's Crumbling Culture. So, you know, when employees, they start like feeling like they're like getting quiet, or if you can see that they're being quiet, it's not because they feel like it's about content or anything like that. It's simply because they concluded that their input is no longer like important, or nor does it matter. So it's the first sign that a team spirit is fading. Also, silence doesn't mean harmony. Not at all. If you're feeling like people in your life or within a business or in the actual culture is being silent, so you're like, oh, we got some peace of mind now because they're silent, they're not saying nothing. Nope, that is not the case. Silence does not mean harmony, like I just said. It's the slow erosion of trust. So know that. And then the cure is proactive listening and visible action. That's what it means, you guys. And here are some actionable steps to assist you from allowing like such things from taking place. So start by holding like monthly culture check-ins. That's what you can call it. All right. Where like team members anonymously share observations using like tools such as Office Vibe, or 15 5+ surveys, you guys. Very helpful. Also, encourage like numerous conversations in like team huddles, and like train actual leaders with feedback frameworks such as radical candor, which is a management philosophy that simply just guides how to provide that feedback with employees on like to help them to like care personally while challenging actually takes place, you guys. Why you're like challenging them for the most part, and challenging them directly. All right. And this actually will help to foster openness, you guys. I don't know why I can't talk today, but it'll help them challenge that whole openness, and it'll just let them feel like they can be open with you. All right. Okay. Gift number 2, that's titled Polite Conversations Substitute for Purposeful Connection. All right. So what do I mean by this? Well, Surface level politeness without honest dialogue is a silent culture shift in disguise, you guys. Take it from me. It's when like people choose comfort over truth. And here are some actionable steps to assist you in this area. All right. So first, to repair this, implement regular like peer-to-peer reflection sessions using like circle way method, where each voice is simply honored and they're heard within like a structured circle. All right. You can also use Slack cultured huddles or Zoom breakouts to enable like deeper real-time connection, you guys. Even if like in remote type of spaces, very, very helpful. All right. This is going to help like over time. And these practices rebuild authenticity and accountability. So very helpful to others. I'm just drinking all kinds of things right now. And then for ongoing like support, you want to use tools like Donut. That's like for Slack integration. And this can like pair members randomly for like short connection chats. And then gift number 3 is titled Substitute Micromanagement to Implement Fear. This is a good one. Okay, what do I mean by this? Well, micromanagement is a symptom of fear, you guys. Fear without that like consistent oversight, man, it's a symptom that is not a good look. That's another red flag, by the way. Also, with this one, work will not get done. So we do not need this type of red flag. Not at all. But, fear, it kills that like innovation in us, the autonomy and the overall morale. So replace it with control by way of like giving people clarity. That is going to be so very helpful. All right. So of course, here are some actionable steps to help with this. You guys, you can use tools like Asana or ClickUp. All right. To clarify roles and deliverables. And this will help with like reducing supervision based on platforms, not just that suspicion, you guys. All right. You'll also want to pair this with shared accountability, such as like setting team OKRs, which stand for objects and key results. I'm all about key results, right? So this is going to help to align like energy with mission while empowering ownership. So helpful. And then also you might want to invest in like leader as a coach. That's like a training through programs like Better Up, or Coactive Training Institute. And this simply just will help you to like equip managers with skills to empower rather than control. You guys, nobody likes to be controlled. Know that. All right. Gift number 4. So gift number 4 is titled Vague Turnover, Feedback Signals, Broken Feedback Bridges. You guys, man, this is so important because when someone leaves, like you as your friend in your business, just along your journey or in the workplace, and they say, I just needed a change. It's just usually code for unspoken dissatisfaction. Know that. That's all it is, you guys. But at that point, your culture may already be losing talent. And nobody needs that. I know I don't need to lose my VA within my business. So I am going to listen, you guys, and you should do the same. All right. So also, this simply helps with, like, consider using the following action steps and it'll help you. Let me just say that. So start by capturing like meaningful exit insights with tools like Exit Interview by Culture app. So helpful, you guys. Especially as like the bigger businesses and things. And that's going to help you to analyze actual patterns and see why people are actually leaving you for the most part, or why a business partner doesn't want to work with you anymore. Then you want to proactively insert things like stay interviews within your business. Again, even if you have a smaller business or you're in a 9-to-5, you want to do like stay interviews. You want to keep good people with you. Again, even your business partners, right? So you want to make them short, and you want to do like one-on-one check-ins with like current team members using platformed question sets like, what's one thing slowing your impact? You want to ask your business partner these things. People who are just helping you out as like accountability partners and things like that. These are the questions you want to ask them, you guys, because it is so pertinent and important to keep good people in your lives. I am telling you, first and foremost, you heard it here. All right. You also could ask them things like, what's energizing you today? Because no one wants negativity in their life. Well, let me take that back. Unfortunately, some people do want some negativity in their lives, but I don't roll that way. And I'm sure you don't either, in your successful businesses or along your ventures in your journey. So these are very, very crucial things to ask certain people to keep things going and alive and to keep you growing abundantly within whatever you're doing. All right. Also, these insights help like organizations or within your business and things like that to pivot before like departures happen, because we don't want that. We don't want to lose good people in our lives along our journeys. All right. All right. So last but not least is gift number 5, you guys. And that is called energy drops. Our culture crashes, you guys. Therefore, clarity is rescue. Man, this is another very, very important topic. You know, a drained team or someone who, again, is just in your circle of things and in life and as an entrepreneur in your 9-to-5 along your journey, you guys, it's directionless. Like, they have no direction at all. And that is not good, because then they can't help you, with what you're doing. And also, energy literally follows clarity. When another person who is helping you, kind of like an example, like my VA, if he didn't have clarity, you guys, he could not help me with my 3 businesses. So it's very, very important. And he couldn't help me to grow like he's doing, So having that clarity is important for yourself as well as for others. And without an actual like shared sense of purpose, you guys, and ownership, enthusiasm fades. And let me tell you, it fades fast. You don't need that. Not at all. So in order to like help with this, this particular area, and to like keep such from like happening, here are 2 actionable steps to help you with that. All right. So first, you want to like rediscover like clarity by like co-creating. You can call this like a team culture agreement if you want to, which are like shared values and expected behaviors crafted by each individual that you have, again, along your journey as an entrepreneur, on your 9-to-5, wherever that's at, your business partner, accountability partners, whoever that may be, right? And then secondly, use like digital whiteboards, you guys. Very helpful as well. You know, we've gotten so digital with things. Paper is good too, but digital, you can share those amongst each other, so they're just easier to utilize. But there's a whiteboard called, like, you can use Miro or the Mural is what these kind of apps are called. And during like contemporary sessions, you can use this to visualize like expectations and revisit these actual agreements, like, I don't know, weekly, every other week, even quarterly or monthly, whatever works for you and your business or your journey as an entrepreneur. All right. Also, you guys, doing so will help refresh like the energy through like those celebrations and things that you guys are going to be talking about, and the wins overall as like your culture restorers, you guys. Who don't need that in their life? Culture restorers. I always need positive culture just around me big time in my communities, all of that. So again, whether it's a digital shout out, you guys, or even if it's in like that in-person or virtual gratitude lunches, you could do that also. You guys, virtual lunches are so fun because you can have like, if you're coffee drinkers or if you're wine drinkers, again, wine was in the Bible. So he created, what did he do? He turned water to wine. Is that? Yes. So these little virtual in-person type of things, you guys can have gratitude sessions. Man, so important to just keep things going, right? All right. Well, that concludes the 5 gifts for today, you guys, of the amazing gems for today's episode, number 86. Getting up there, right? So grateful, you guys. But let me leave you with this. Tension is culture. You know, it's not the enemy. Not at all, you guys. It's your invitation to lead with clarity, courage, and my favorite, faith. All right? So when remaining like silent becomes the norm, you guys, when truth is like traded for politeness, when distrust replaces autonomy, when departures echo without explanation, or when energy fades, know that you've got signs, you guys, like I've just said at the beginning of this podcast, not symptoms. And we don't want that. Not at all. We don't want them red signs because I talked about the 5. Not at all, right? So just simply remember, a thriving like organization or business, or even in your 9 to 5, or like I said, your journey, you guys, it reflects that faithful leader that I know that is in you, all right? One who hears like the whispers of disconnection with everything going on around them. So for one, you're not feeling like you're just all alone and not hearing people around you or within your life, right? And it simply responds with like heart and strategy by doing these things that I just talked about. So very important, you guys, let me tell you. So as we move forward, may your environment become a sanctuary of strength, purpose, and bold culture, you guys, on purpose. I totally wish that for you, let me tell you. So, oh my gosh, please continue to follow and share, you guys, for more ongoing and inspiring content from me, Janae Hudson, the Uplifter. And as always, you're appreciated, but you know that. And thank you for tuning into this 86th episode, you guys, of the Faith Forward Fearlessly podcast with Janae Hudson, the Uplifter. So glad you guys joined me this evening. Keep the faith. And until next time, have blessed days ahead, you guys, and a prosperous journey on purpose. Later.